It is only after they have spent time in the modern education system that children begin to develop a sense of us in them, a stifling of their basic human nature. We need to learn how to keep our natural compassion alive and how to extend and develop it so it can encompass the whole of humanity. Modern life and modern education are focused on external goals. Peace of mind concerns the mind and soul within. We need to re-educate all persons to the value of service to others, and not as a requirement for school graduation, but as a complement of all other life's learning. You aren't a complete person if you are insular, self-centric, and have no perspective or experience of another. That is what service gives you. Just as Christ served others every day of every part of society. In today's gospel, he served his students so that they would have a model for their service going forward, meaning exclude no one. Service opens up the eyes, the mind, and hopefully the heart of the individual, moving them away from their world of entitlement and such self-centric immaturity that there is no hope for the world if they will be responsible for the lives of others, for they simply won't care. They won't give a damn about anyone or anything that isn't like them. I've seen the entitled sentenced to community service by the courts, and their parents do all they can to reduce the sentence, to eliminate any chance that the brat will ever take responsibility for his or her behaviour and actions. These monsters show up late, think they will spend the entire time playing on their phones. Surprise! We confiscate their phones first thing. We say that it's so that the gangs can't track us and find their member. We do it so no one can find us. But it's also so no one has any electronics. We also put everyone in the same jail uniform, so no one is wearing designer togs. Everyone is exactly on the same level. The first violation for having electronics is an additional 30-day sentence. The second violation is a sentence fail and going back to court for full detention orders. The entitled are each teamed one-on-one with a gang member, a member of the hood, if you will. And each of them has their eyes opened. The kid from the hood is disgusted that the privilege is so wasted on this one, who has no recognition of the benefits of his or her life. The rich monster is fascinated that people live like on TV. That push and pull creates such an interesting dynamic to watch. Will the entitled learn? Will they get some perspective? Or will it be lost on them? Will the young one from the hood learn anything from being by the rich brat? Will they understand that having everything handed to you is not a benefit, but it's actually a detriment? Usually the hood learns it much faster than the rich one. For the ones from the neighbourhood They've had to learn quickly and on their feet, whereas those coming from privilege have had it handed to them on a plate. They've never had to learn their lessons. They've had it taught to them. That is why it's in God's hands now. It's gone far now. We can pray that this next generation, those who are now 14 to 21, will learn their lessons of responsibility, will come to an understanding of how this world works properly and how it doesn't. The COVID virus is hopefully teaching them a valid lesson, but unfortunately, from what I have seen and what I have heard, this isn't happening. They are breaking up fights in the jails every day, as those in the gangs fight to protect their own, but do nothing to protect those that are sick. The entitled protect their own like they are a gang. And even those that were partnered one-on-one have no affinity for one another ever again. They lose that perspective quickly. Please God, help the children to learn. Teach that generation the lesson that other generations learned through war, through vicious death in other countries. Service is necessary to society, and it is not the poor that must serve. It is all who must serve.